Hello, this is the Jeannine Hunt Experience. I am Jeannine Hunt, and today I will be talking about a topic that nobody really likes to hit, which is the stigma on mental health, and just trying to spread some awareness on it and make people feel more comfortable with themselves, their situations, and whatever they may be going through. This came about the other day. I had put a post on my Facebook and on my Instagram regarding the movie Bird Box. I don't know if you have seen it. It was one of those Christmas week, everybody was on vacation and tied to their TV screen watching this movie with Sandra Bullock was the main actress. So without giving away the movie so that I don't blow it for anybody, if you haven't seen it, there was just a plague, and it was killing everybody who, not everybody, I don't want to blow the movie, but anyways, there was a plague and there was affecting people in different ways. Some people could handle it, there were very few, and some people couldn't. So if they couldn't, that resulted in them killing themselves. There was a mass suicide. So I felt like the movie wasn't really about what they were pertaining to, that it was about mental health is what I felt. So I put up a post about mental health. I'm going to read it. Don't mind my old iPod. My friends make fun of me. I do have a new phone, but it is like probably the first iPhone that ever came out. So they laugh that I actually still have it, even if it's just to look up social media on it. So let's go to the post. If I can get on myself. Okay. So like I said, I explained that when I saw the movie, it was an eye-opener for me and that I felt like it was mainly about mental health and just adding awareness where people are afraid to talk about it and discuss it. It was a way to get everybody to watch and actually learn something without talking about it. So I added this quote from Demi Lovato, and it says, "I wish people could understand the brain is the most important part, I wish people could understand that the brain is the most important organ of the body. Just because you can't see mental illness like you can see a broken bone doesn't mean it's not detrimental or devastating to a family or an individual." So that just shows right there that people, because they can't see what you're going through or see what someone's going through, they don't understand, and they can see a broken bone or you have a cast on, so they have sympathy for that, but they're not going to have sympathy for the breakup that you just went through, the job you just lost, the weight that you gained, your grades in school, whatever you might be going through, which is perfectly normal to be feeling. Some statistics are that 1 in every 4, so you could be sitting down in the living room right now with someone watching or at work, watching at the office, and count 4 people, including yourself, and 1 in every 4 is suffering from some type of mental illness. That's a lot of people. There are over 20 million people who suffer from depression. The third leading cause of death is suicide, and it's due to people not getting treatment for this and not feeling comfortable. I'm going to talk about what I feel needs to happen moving forward, and 2 out of 3 people with depression do not get help, and it's mainly because they feel uncomfortable talking to somebody. So moving forward, I feel that we should look at that person at school, look at that family member, and when you notice something's off, instead of making them feel uncomfortable because I'll give an example of what somebody wrote to me when I put the post up, and they just said that they had been dealing with a relationship for years. It's over and they can't get over it. So their friends are telling her, he was a jerk, he was a scumbag, it's the best thing that ever happened to you, but it takes time for change and for people to get past things. So in her case, she needs her friends to support her and be there for her so she can get through the situation. And not realizing that it can be an issue or something that really affects her, they're just like, brush it off, girl, go shopping, go to Sephora, get some new makeup, when she needs more than that. She needs a support and to understand that even though it may end up being a positive right now, she's going through it. Another woman reached out about, she kind of has it all. She has a beautiful home, a wonderful job, family, and she just isn't happy, and other people are looking at it. She's happy with her marriage, happy with her children, happy with her home. There's just something going on with her personally, and she really doesn't know what it is. So when she has reached out to a couple relatives, this woman reached out to, and they're just like, they don't get it. She doesn't get it. She's reaching out, just telling them she's not okay. She doesn't know what's going on, but she's not okay. And they're just like, your life's perfect. What's your problem? You have to be okay. Like, I'd want to be in your shoes. And again, that's another way that we're never going to feel comfortable to talk and open up if that's people's response. There's no explanation. We don't fully understand the brain. You can't see what's broken, but there's something broken with these two women. So they need help. Same thing. There was one gentleman, he didn't get into detail, but it was something with his job and being able to provide, always being the provider of his family and not making as much as he used to make. And with the internet and different things, his job is getting pushed to the back. They're finding robots to do his job. So, you know, you just never know what someone's going through. So again, I stress to, one, if you're going through any of these situations, to come forth, find somebody who you feel you can talk to. Don't hold it in. People who, the research that I've done, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a specialist, I just care. And I've had my own situations where I want people to feel comfortable to get help and not see the numbers in suicide go up or the numbers in breakdowns go up. When there's 1 in every 4, that means there's 3 people around that can support that other person. If we all just stop judging people and telling them that they can't be ill or can't be hurt. It's a good thing, like, I feel there's a lot of celebrities that have come out, from Adam Levine to his ADHD that he has, he found out when he was in high school that he had ADHD, and his mother was able to help him get through that. So now he spreads awareness for adults with it to just acknowledge what's going on with you. If you've been living with something your whole life and you just kind of get used to it and don't even realize that you have a problem, again, nobody's going to look for that broken part of their brain where you can see your broken bone. That was a really good analogy. Also, Angelina Jolie, who used to, you know, people say, oh, that girl's arm, she's cutting herself or something. I have watching it, but seeing a couple younger girls through being a stylist, and, you know, they're like trying to hide their arms and they cut themselves. And if you don't care. You could be kind of ignorant to it and just be like, what's wrong with that girl? She's messed up. And yeah, she is messed up, but there is a resolution or a solution to helping her or a friend, or maybe it could happen to your child, unfortunately, get through this. So the more we make people comfortable to come out, the less of that we will have. If we had more groups, I don't know, there's definitely a solution, but you see it so much and you may just, we make excuses for it. So instead of saying that you have a problem and you just say, oh, I don't want to go out Friday night, I'm going to stay in, it's cold out, I have nothing to wear, when really you can't crawl out of your bed to get dressed. There's a lot of students who are dealing with this in school. There's so many situations with your peers that go on as far as dating, school, sports, that if you're not in the lead or in the front, you may feel uncomfortable. Being a teenager is very difficult, especially these days, with social media, with trying to impress, trying to compete, all these photos that people are scrolling on and just judging everybody. So there's a lot of teen depression as well as anxiety. So I feel like in schools, if this could eventually be a lesson or a class in health, that they have one quarter or a semester that is dedicated to this. Again, 1 in every 4 have some type of mental health. And for some reason, it's still very uncomfortable for people to talk about. So I just want to come forth, help people. If anybody else wants to inbox or message me, please feel free. Again, the people that already saw just that one post that I put up were very happy, and I led them to a couple sites that they can go to, just to a few TED Talks that I have watched that I think are really great and discuss different types of mental health, and you can kind of laugh at what's going on and learn something at the same time. So just send me a message, Facebook or Instagram me if you need help, and just don't be afraid to reach out to a friend and get that support. And please if you can't relate to this, maybe you're not the 1 in 4, maybe you're the 3, and just help people. Be more open-minded. Understand that people can go through something. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there. Thank you very much, and tune into another episode of the Jeannine Hunt Experience.